Welcome back to my channel. This video I'm touching base on the Pinhead series. Now HellRaiser was made for under $1 million. But little did you know that this movie would come out to be one of the best horror movies around. Quite frankly, one of the best ever. Now Clive Barker tried to take a book out of the library after he had the idea for this movie. But coincidentally, there was only 2 books in the library that told about how to direct the movie, and both of the books was already checked out. Barker has written screenplays and books before this adventure. He's written a screenplay for HellRaiser based on his story of the Hellbound Heart, with an eye to directing, which, as featured earlier, he was unable to get a book on how to direct. He wanted to become a director to protect his stories from truly appalling adaptations. I guess people are stealing his idea. Much like the 1985 movie based on his story called Rawhead Rex. This is one of the movies you just have to look up. You cannot find much on it on YouTube. Google has a few websites dedicated, or not really dedicated, but sites created by fans about the movie, but there's really not a whole lot you can find out about it. Now, Barker pitched the movie to Roger Corman's New World Pictures. Sorry for my pronunciation. With the script and a half dozen drawings and a couple of log lines. They said it was pretty much immediately. Well, they said yes pretty much immediately. Barker planned on it as a showreel with just a few people in the house to prove he could make a movie. So he could film a couple other stories that required bigger budgets to realize, according to a 1987 article. But Barker hit a snag. He told Bravo for the 100 scariest movie moments featured in 2004, as he says, "I went to my local library to find a book on film directing, and they had 2, but they both were checked out, and I thought, oh, I'm so fucked, I don't even have a book." Well, quote ends. Doug Bradley tried to get out of playing Pinhead, but he's drew the short straw. But he does a really great job of it. Doug Bradley, a little bit more about him. He had originally played a version of Pinhead called The Dutchman in a 1973 student play of Barker's, which is a very well not known fact. Jennifer Tilly auditioned for the role of Christy, as many of you may already know. She was one of a bunch of actors who tried out for the role in New York, Chicago, and LA, as Barker searched for the perfect lead. Barker and Ashley Lawrence found each other through sheer luck. The studio wanted a name actor in the role, but Barker fought for Lawrence and finally won. But she was in for rude awakening, as she said in an Egyptian theater appearance in 2000, I quote, "I met Clive and he said, okay, your uncle's wearing your father's skin and he wants to kill you and have sex with you. Probably in that order also," unquote. And that was my intention. The most famous line in the film is ad-libbed. There of you knew that fact. And there was just a little brief history about HellRaiser. I want to touch base with you and give you a little information about HellRaiser and Pinhead, one of my favorite movies of all time. Just as a quick note, the movie's costumes were inspired by S&M clubs. Imagine that. Well, thank you for watching, and feel free to subscribe and check out all my other videos. Thank you.